What's going on, everybody? This is Tony. Welcome you to episode 6 of Into the Comiverse. We got a good show lined up for you tonight. And before just to get started, let's start introducing some of the panel. First off, from my brother from Chattanooga, we got Mr. Scott Vaughn himself, S Vaughn
What's
82.
up? What's going
What's
on,
going on,
Tony?
brother? Show that Ultron again, man. That was awesome. There he is.
Well, classic Ultron action.
Yep. We got my man collecting with Gers. What's up, buddy?
What is up, my guys? I just realized I should have upgraded my StreamYard before that, so I'm glad I hopped on the stream so I can do that right after the stream.
Yeah.
And live from the spiral dimension is Dr. Von Hoot himself, Mr. DVH. What's going on, brother?
How you doing, guys? All right?
My man.
It's been a great weekend, man. I got a very light new comic book day haul and a couple of awesome birthday AOKs. Now, Scott, what I should call mine, I've been calling mine a trade/birthday AOK.
Yeah. Some
But as
trade
always,
books and some bonus books on top of that.
As always, I'm going to get started in the chat. We got a couple fellas in here. We got Chris. This is my buddy. It says Chaos Nation. He has 2 YouTube channels, Chaos Nation and Welcome to the Horror Show. And
Nice.
me and him are pretty good friends. He's got a band. I think he's from out Florida. He liked the intro. And then we got Chris the Comic Vet. What's up, buddy?
Yes.
What up, brother?
And that's going to do it for that so far. So, guys, how's y'all's week been?
Chilling,
Great.
man.
Good.
Waiting for SummerSlam. Another hour, bro.
SummerSlam.
Yes, sir.
Been out
I
on
actually
the
might
toy
watch
hunt
that
today.
tomorrow. I wasn't planning on it, but now I've got the itch for some WWE.
It's live in an hour, bro. I'm hyped for it. I
Yeah,
think it's gonna be a good one, man.
I mean, they're pretty reliable with their pay-per-views. Like as long as they don't overbook them. Like the in-ring talent is all there.
Mhm.
So
Right.
yeah.
I'm just there for freaking LA Night, man.
Yeah, he's good fun.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's starting to grow on me. I was like, who is this dude? I didn't realize. I forgot what he
Love him.
wrestled under before. What was his name before?
He's been in
Um,
NXT for years and everything.
He was Eli Drake for
That's
a
what it was.
while. And then I forget. He had another name as well.
Well, because I've seen people go, well, he's just a Stone Cold Rock knockoff. And I'm like, man, that's what
That's why
y'all
I
need
love
right
him.
now.
Mhm.
He's not a
Love
knockoff. He was
him.
inspired by him.
Facts.
Y'all need somebody that's going to energize that crowd.
Yeah, dude, they pop every time he walks into the ring for sure.
What do y'all, so speaking of WWE, what do y'all think about Vince getting, his subpoenas and all
Subpoenaed
that?
again.
I
Yeah.
saw that.
So,
Yeah,
I mean,
he's just
I'm-
that's always gonna happen. I feel like.
he's never gonna pay for any of the stuff that he's done, other than financially, maybe.
Mhm.
So
Yep, he'll just throw a bunch of money at him and move on with
Yeah.
his day.
that's it.
I'm gonna shout out Fanboy Prime. He says Jey Uso,
Hey.
baby. So let's talk about something else real quick. You know, this last week we lost Paul Rubens, also known as Pee Wee Herman, for a lot of us.
Yep.
And you know, notwithstanding what happened in the '90s, I don't care. That's his personal business.
We all have a
But-
past, man. We've all made mistakes.
Hey, I seen a thing from the Alamo's own website where they honored him because of that little scene where he was looking for the basement in Pee Wee's Big Adventure. I thought that, I mean, you got a tourist site honoring the man, so I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, all-
see, I always think of his character. I can never remember his name, but he was like Rutger Hauer's little hench buddy in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, where he got when he lost his arm and he told Luke Perry, he goes,
Oh,
"You ruined my
yeah.
new jacket. Kill him a lot."
yeah.
I forgot
that was a
about
good one.
that. That's-
It's a good movie.
So who remembers in Pee Wee's Big Adventure when he's rolling through the movie set, the band that was filming the music video?
Oh yeah, man. Of course.
It was
I
Twisted.
love that.
It was Twisted Sister, and the music video was Burning Hell.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man. Yeah, I actually did know that. I'm really big into Pee Wee's Playhouse and the Pee Wee movies when I was a kid. I definitely that was a hard loss for me.
Well, and of course, we both know that he played Oswald Cobblepot's father in Batman Returns, and then he reprised the role in Gotham. And I didn't realize, now I don't remember the young lady's name, but the lady that was his partner in Pee Wee's Playhouse also played the mom in Batman Returns, but I can't never remember her name.
He also played a very serious and a really cool role in Blow, the movie.
I was just getting ready to say that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I've
Did a
never
really
never
good
seen
job.
Blow.
Oh man, he did
What?
a really good job of showing his acting.
Never
chops.
seen Blow.
After
a
the stream, make sure
serious
you go
role.
watch that, my dude.
Yeah, I think it was like his first serious role in a movie, and
I'm sure,
kind of making a comeback from that controversy, and he nailed it, dude. He killed it.
I was gonna say you also had a little theater experience too, if you remember correctly.
Yeah. Chop Drop says evening CBF. Fanboy Prime says Godzilla versus Ghidorah in that movie too. Okay.
Cheech and Chong films, yeah, man, that's cool.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Love me some Cheech and Chong.
It's been a really long time since I watched a Cheech and Chong film.
I watch it every 420, bro. It's a tradition for me.
What is you guys?
You know
what's y'all's favorite Cheech and Chong movie?
Up in Smoke,
I knew he
for
was
sure.
going to ask that.
Hands down.
Whichever
Yeah,
one.
I think that sounds about right.
I was going to say whichever one involves them driving the vehicle made out of weed, and the weed turns people
Up
into
in
lizards.
Smoke.
Is that Up in Smoke?
That's usually everybody's favorite. Did anybody remember the vinyl album? It was out back in the day, and it had a giant
Came with a big rolling paper.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the bamboo
Yes,
rolling
sir.
paper.
I used that. I actually used that rolling paper back in my youth.
I have used pieces of that rolling paper.
Well,
won't
y'all,
go there.
Let's get started with some community news. Now,
do
first thing I'm going to discuss. So everybody that's watching this, whether you're watching a replay, you'll probably be too late. Tonight is the last night. We got precious few hours for if you want to nominate your favorite YouTube content creators for the CBC Awards. The clock is ticking. After tonight, it's over. And then what is it? Then they do the delegation, and then I forgot when Brian announced they were going to announce the nominees.
It goes into
The
committee
25th.
review. Yeah, it goes into committee review. That's the next step. And I forget the exact dates, but we're
25th.
The 25th. There you go.
But I wish best of luck to everybody that's nominated. I realize I made one mistake.
What'd you do?
I voted too early.
I voted extremely early.
When I voted, I wasn't as knowledgeable in some aspects of the channel, and now, just a few months later, I just picked somebody. And a few months later, there are people that I know now that I would have put in specific nominations.
Yeah,
to be honest,
but I mean, you're not actually voting at this point, though, are you? You're nominating, so
right. I'm definitely unsubscribing everybody who didn't nominate me for sure.
Well, I'm safe. I guess I'm safe.
Nice, appreciate it. No, I'm just kidding.
Mine would have changed too much, honestly. I don't think mine would have changed too much.
Yeah, same.
But I was gonna say, but here's the kicker: I don't remember what I nominated people for.
Oh no, man. I can't remember a damn thing that I did.
I should have wrote it down.
I took a screenshot of mine.
I really should have wrote it down, or like Durr said, do a screenshot. So
well, now you'll remember next year because I made a lot of. Do what, man? Oh, I was gonna say I made a lot of mistakes last year, and I remembered not to do this year. So it's a live and learn.
Yeah, like you said, live and learn. Well, at Durs, I know you got a big announcement for tomorrow night.
1K, baby, come get some free stuff. Party it up. That's all that matters, man. You're gonna see a grown man cry. Gonna have a big panel. A whole bunch of homies are hopping on.
We're giving away shit.
Yeah, there's gonna be tons of stuff given away. So for real, come hang out. I'm gonna get back to you guys, and that's basically it, man. It's a long time coming. I'm almost at 1,500, so 2K is right around the corner for sure. So give me a month or two, and there'll be another giveaway for sure.
Hell yeah!
Well, I'm gonna go through the chat a little bit, and then I want to get to Scott because he's got some stuff to talk about.
Cool.
We got Mad Spidey saying, "What's up, boys?" Mike from Evil's Comments saying, "What I do, fam."
Hey.
We got, and that appears to be it. Okay, so Scott, let's tell everybody your big news.
Well, it's not really big news. It's just kind of making sure the word's out that me and Frank from Frank's BS have this collector's live stream coming up this Wednesday. It's gonna be the first time we ever did it. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a collector show and tell, where every episode. Oh yeah, it's bi-weekly too, like every couple of weeks.
What time?
It's gonna be at 7:30 p.m. Eastern time on Wednesday, but it's gonna be every couple of weeks, and we're gonna do different collections each time. Like for example, this first episode is going to be Transformers. We got a couple of different Transformer toy collectors coming on to show off the toys. Then we got a comic book collector coming on to show off his Transformer comics. And then I think the next week we're going to do the next episode, we're going to do like Funko Pops or something like that. And just do different collections each episode. And I want to do all different kinds of stuff. I want to do some wrestling collections. I want to do, just different things. Like Tony's into what's something you're into, Tony, that nobody else is into but you love it. Just shit like that. Just stuff like that.
Did you say something about Funko?
Durs with you, like with the Spawn toys that you love.
I got a little bit of everything, man.
Man, it's just gonna be a show and tell of different collections. I would love to have some Barbie collectors on and learn with the Barbie movie going on. I'd love to learn about some Barbies. But no, I just want to learn about different collections.
Oh, for sure. Facts.
But episode 1 is going to be Transformers, and it's going to be cool.
I have to ask the wife if she'll let me break out her Barbie collection.
Tony, you're one of you're going to be one of the guests on there showing off some toys.
Nice.
So I'm really looking forward to that. Having Tony on to check out what he's got. I think he's going to show us one of his birthday presents that he got on there too. So yeah. That'll be awesome. But yeah, man, that's my news. Other than that, in the Comic Book Addicts coming up on Monday, we got Jason Carpenter, who is like the world's biggest Deadpool fanatic, has a whole room full of Deadpool merch and just crazy shit. Y'all got to see it, but it'll be Monday. That's Monday at 7:30.
Cool.
A lot of stuff going on.
DVH, you got anything you want to announce, or you just chilling, or?
I'm trying to think. I shot a bunch of videos today. I've just put up a Wrestle Crate video in the last half hour.
I saw that.
There'll be something Monday or Tuesday and something Friday. I basically rinse and repeat that schedule. Unboxings and whatnot.
Same.
Well,
hell yeah.
For those who
say whatnot.
Yeah. For those who are wondering, hey Tony, where's this week's comic spotlight? Well, I ran a little behind, which means I got lazy, and then all of a sudden I went, oh crap, I gotta get this thing out.
Well, you had a birthday though. You had a birthday.
Mm-hmm.
That's true, but it is finished. As soon as this live show ends, I'm gonna upload it. But
Nice.
It's More Fun Comic 73, the first appearances of Green Arrow and Aquaman.
Dope.
Dude, that'll be cool, man.
So let's see. Y'all want to start showing off what you picked up this week?
I got two things I can show off before I bounce. I got 15 minutes left, boys, before I gotta go get food for the SummerSlam. So I'll go first.
We'll let Adam go first. Let me make you a large, and then
so just to give you guys a little perspective, I've been starting my Whatnot Wednesday, giveaway Goblin series, and I still got a nice thick pile of packages, but I picked two of them out to I can rip them open here and rebox them and film them for a video. I've already got like 2 or 3 weeks filmed out, but a lot of these are just going into I want to start doing like once in a while I do random giveaways on my Sunday night sesh. So most of these books, like I unboxed the packages from the last video, most of those already went to the giveaway. So get from Whatnot and then get back to the community a little bit. So let me get this open.
Yeah.
Oh, these are sick. So there's two of them. I think this was from Comic Traders, but this is connecting. Which way does it connect?
That's sweet.
There you go, baby. Yes, sir.
Claim.
And that's super dope. That's super dope. See, that's a PC one because my girl is all into Spider-Gwen right now. That's her main jam.
Dude, I understand completely.
We just filmed we actually just filmed a video. She didn't want to be on cam, but she was sitting off to the side. We just filmed a video in AOK from Rob Fatstacks today, and that would be on Monday. And that was all Spider-Gwen stuff. So let me get this one open. These are super easy. They just got little pull tabs on them. They're all nice. I have no idea what's in this one. We're about to find out. Oh, that one's sick. This one's from Epic Nation Collection. Dope. Web of Carnage.
There you go, brother.
What?
That is sick.
That's badass.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yes, sir. So yeah, tune in every Wednesdays for my new series, and it's been going good, man. I have fun with it because a lot of these are mysteries to me. A lot of times they're just random, people will just pop up. They're not even selling anything; they're just doing giveaways. So it makes you feel a little bit better winning stuff because I'm not selling anything. And then I stay away from like the smaller shows and stuff like that. I don't need to win their free stuff. That's all I got. No new comics this week.
So, who wants to go next? Scott, DVH.
I mean, I have some. I have a few like last minute books that I picked up today. I could show.
Scott, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you that I did totally copy your homework and order some of
Oh,
those
that's
books.
all good, dude. Yeah, that's why I threw it up there, man. Just so like people don't miss something, because I'm missing foils and stuff like that all the time. So I'm trying to make sure.
Real quick, Mike was asking for the link, Tony, in chat.
Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can do that. Go ahead, Scott.
Yeah. I'll go ahead while you're doing that.
Sorry,
But
I just wanted to highlight that real quick.
A couple of last minute ones I picked up. I had to pick up this art germ for Conan the Barbarian. I didn't see this the first time I was in there, but
That's
art
cool.
germ did a cover for it.
It's a dope
That's
cover,
really
and
cool.
I see dope cover. I see Gary in the comments too, but there's no way I could ever spend any money on a Conan book. No offense, Gary. It's just not my style.
Yeah, it ain't for everybody, but I'm on. This
It's
is
a dope
for
cover
me,
though.
and
Yeah,
I'm,
Ultimate Invasion's sick too.
I'm loving Ultimate Invasion so far, so I had to continue that story. Picked up this one. That's just a badass homage with Toxin, the Secret Wars homage.
That one's sitting over here too.
Yeah, man, I love that. I didn't see it the first time around, so I grabbed that. And then I don't even like Star Wars, y'all, but I had to grab this. This is such a pretty book.
That's dope. Yeah.
So yeah, I had to grab that. And then God, I think I showed y'all earlier, but the classic Ultron. I really wanted a classic Ultron in my collection, so had to add that, and that's me. That's all I got.
Hey, Mike, I sent you the link through Instagram. Let me see if I can send it through. I'm still learning.
Yeah. We got some more really cool facsimiles up on if y'all are liking those foil facsimiles, crap, I put it away. But if y'all like that Omega Men facsimile that came out this past week, there's Wonder Woman from the Wonder Woman #1 facsimile foil. It's up for pre-order right now, and there's another. ROM #1. There's a regular facsimile edition, and then there's a foil facsimile edition, and then there's a blank facsimile edition for ROM, which is pretty cool. So don't miss those, y'all, if you're into the foil facts.
I personally, that was the first week I skipped all of those. I didn't need any of those because they're those $10 price, man. It hits me sometimes. They're cool. They're cool, but I'm great. Like the Lobo one, I got that thanks to you and stuff. I got the ASM one. Make sure you guys tune into if you see Scotty's got his link on Instagram. Make sure you guys follow him on Instagram because he does every week. He's showing off covers like that. So that's where I got my hookup and stuff. So he's spotlighting covers, so that's a good thing. But that Wonder Woman one, I stay away from stuff like that.
It's the Wonder Woman. This particular one's going to be cool because it's going to be George Perez.
Oh, that's dope.
But it's going to be a George Perez cover A, but there's going to be a foil. Well, of course, it's cover A. It's facsimile. But anyways, there's going to be a foil.
I'm going to shout out Gary B. He's in the chat along with Kenneth Bird.
What's up, Kenneth?
And Kenneth says, hi to Doctor, and I hope you're having a wonderful day and night with all your family members and friends, and the best of luck with all your family members and friends.
Appreciate it, sir. Very cool.
And so, DVH, you got anything you want to show off? Or
yeah, I've got a few things. But first, did you guys hear about the Conan book that Gary B's on?
Yeah, I was going to mention that.
Came out this week, Conan issue 1. He's quoted on the back of the book.
Oh,
it's
really?
Amazing. Yeah. I bought it instantly as soon as I saw that. and they didn't
That's
tell him either.
That's
Like, he had
sick.
no idea.
Now I have to look out for that.
You should
Now-
buy a Conan
now-
book nowadays.
So
yeah.
so that would retract my statement and be the only reason I would ever buy a Conan book, because Gary B has a quote on the back.
There's a cool blank for it. The blank's cool.
So, I got a big shipment from CGC today. Wow, it was a couple of days ago.
Oh,
But essentially, there's this company over here called the Slab Crusaders. And what they do is they put the FOC up, and you can pre-order 9.8 books CGC'd through them. And I've been doing that all year, so I got 18 of them in the post this week.
Nice. Wow.
Yeah. So some to sell, some to keep, you know, that kind of thing.
Hey,
But,
Mike.
None of
What's
these
going
are
on, Bob?
going on only slabs, so
Yes, sir.
I thought I'd show them off here.
Everybody.
This one is badass.
Fire.
Yeah.
All those covers on that run were
Yeah.
dope.
And it's a
really
great
cool.
series too.
I've not read it, but I might actually, because I like
dope.
that era of Venom.
Yeah, it was
Yep.
actually surprisingly really good read. The art, the story.
The
I
art,
like that one.
Hello
There's
Z.
my girl.
sweet.
I'd hold
Very
on to
cool.
that one, bro.
Mhm.
I've got 3 copies of this.
Well, there you go.
In 9.8.
Mhm.
So I'll sell.
I think
couple
she'll
and
be an
keep the other
important
one.
character down the road.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
Mhm.
100%. Scotty Young,
Ooh, nice.
Root. I don't collect Scotty Young, so I've started to buy it graded to sell it, basically, because I know I don't actually want to keep it. You know what I mean? Makes sense.
I'll grab some Scotty when I see them if they're a cool cover.
It's give or take. It's kind of like
Mhm.
Peach.
Same. Oh, Peach is a no-go for me. Nothing against her art. I just refuse to buy it.
Oh, I love Peach. But
I like it when she does the horror sort of stuff like Ghost Rider.
me too.
and
Oh yeah,
her other
yeah.
stuff.
That's
I like
She
I
can be
like
good,
when
you
she
know.
does the sketch, when she has like the black and white without the colors on it. That's really, really nice.
My favorite cover, I'm not even a huge fan of, but it's a Power Ranger cover, and I'm not really a Power Ranger fan, but I think that's some
Ooh,
of her
that's
best
nice.
stuff. I have
it's a
that one.
banger.
Alex Ross.
oh yeah, that's cool.
Cracking Alex Ross cover.
That was that Mary Jane and Black Cat, Dark Web.
Yeah. Issue 4. And that's another's the
Nice.
Delta Man.
I grabbed that one too.
What else? Now we get into some DC, which is where the fun really is, because the DC books are awesome for their variant
Nice that
covers.
foil.
Yes, the foily goodness on that one doesn't really come
Oh,
off
yeah.
so well. But
What book is that?
That's nice.
it's Superman 1.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Onto the top.
Oh, good, Gary.
Oh yeah, I only bought this because I love the trade dress on it, and it's
Oh,
the first
man.
appearance.
Ooh, that's cool.
That was also another good read, and like if you look on there, I think it's not just the first appearance of Carnage 2099. It's the first appearance of like 5 or 6 different characters, like
Yeah, it's
Daredevil.
pretty cool.
Every single Spider-Man 2099, the first run, the Alpha and Omega or whatever, had every issue as a first appearance. Same thing with that. Do not read the first Alpha and Omega, like that first run of Spider-Man 29. It is so bad, and I'm a 2099 fanboy. But the new one with the Carnage and stuff like that, those are
Yeah, Dark Genesis is good.
Oh, dude, that made me
Dark
think.
Genesis, yeah.
That reminds me, there's a Catwoman foil up for pre-order this week.
Why are
That
her
made me
knees
think
like
of
that?
You can hide that.
Yeah, it's
I-
weird, right? It's
Her
weird.
knees are, man, I don't
Nah,
like that
that's I hate
one. Her
that
legs,
artist. That's-
her legs are
Sweeney
way
Boo.
long.
I can't
Yeah,
stand Sweeney Boo. It's her faces. That's the in my reel. That's where I was making fun of how she draws Harley
I like-
face, and she
I
gave.
like-
I can totally see why that's
I-
very Marmite. to
I like
people,
the
or,
face, but the legs are weird for so.
Oh,
off
she
for me.
does. She does weird faces, especially if
she?
you're reading Harley Quinn. She gave her an overbite. She has
this
like
Oh,
one's
bunny.
totally my favorite.
Fire,
though.
Purple Rain, baby.
Hell
I
yeah,
love this
please.
cover.
Keep
I love
that
cover
one,
of
dude,
Marvel.
for sure.
Yeah, I've got
Yes,
2 of them,
Oh, there you go.
so I can sell one and keep the other.
Yeah, that's a
It's
dope one.
really, really cool.
Mhm.
Purple rain, purple.
Let's try to get it. Ooh.
It would have been Lazarus Rain right after Lazarus Rain,
Yeah,
Lazarus Rain.
There you go. So
I got
that's
that
that's
one
my
in the NWA cover when they
whole-
came out.
That's pretty
Mike-
awesome.
Well,
Yeah,
Mike,
that's
welcome to the show. And
Hi.
you got anything you want to show off, or
I got tons of comics around me, but the only thing I picked up recently was a trade. Actually, hold on one second, I'll grab it.
All
Don't
right.
make me
Uh,
big, yeah.
Oh,
while
don't make
while
you
he
big.
grab while he grabs it,
Hey,
while he
dude,
grabs it, I'm gonna have
blow,
to I'm
Hold
gonna
on,
have to
I'll
bounce
blow
to
up
go
Scott
get my
real quick.
food.
All
check
right,
this out.
Durs, thanks for hanging out, brother.
Oh, there
Yeah,
it is.
There it
Yeah,
dude.
is.
let me see it. Let me see it real quick, Scotty.
Check this out. Okay.
Okay, nice.
There
What's
it
the
is.
cover? What's the cover look like? So I
Oh,
know.
that's what I was telling you. That's Conan.
There's an art.
Oh,
germ
it's the
cover,
art. Okay, does only the art germ one have his
but it's
quote, or
got
do they all?
No,
have
Oh,
no,
it's on all of them.
it's on all the
All of them.
variants.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
All of them.
cool. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to grab that.
So there you go.
I mean,
There
just
you
for
be.
the quote alone,
Same
something
thing.
you
How
can
you
get
had
signed.
your quote in
Hell
the
yeah.
Bloom book. How I featured that in my thumbnail.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
that was
pretty dope.
that was
hmm
badass that he put that in there because he didn't tell
hmm
me he was going to put that in there.
But real quick, Mike, I gotta go get food. I got food pickup at 8 o'clock for
Go get
SummerSlam.
food.
So yeah, I love you guys to death. Come win free stuff tomorrow at 6 o'clock Sunday night sesh, 6 o'clock Eastern
I'll be
Standard
there,
Time.
brother.
Free
I'll be there.
stuff, tons of free stuff. Just come hang out. So I love you guys. I'll catch you later.
See
Later,
you, bro.
brother.
We'll see you
Oh,
tomorrow, homie.
We get a
all
real
right. So
quick
the
Real.
shout
only
out. Oh, I'm sorry.
hey,
I'm sorry,
Darren
Mike.
Smith.
I was going to say a real quick shout out to Darren Smith and Mr. C Bizzle.
Hey,
And
C
let's get to
Bizzle. Hey,
Mike.
Darren Smith.
Bizzle.
All
Let's
right,
get
so
to
mine's
Mike.
real quick because besides I pick up new comics every week, and then I pick up fat stacks, but I do hunt here and there. I've been looking for this forever because I have the first issue, but I'm missing like all the other issues, and I've never actually read this. Well, I've read bits and pieces. I want to say I've read like issue 15 to like the end of it, kind of. But I picked up the new 52
Oh, man.
Batman, the Court of Owls. I have number one. I just don't have two, three, four, five. But I've never officially read the Court of Owls storyline. I think in the new 52 run, I started reading it during the Joker series. That's physically what got me back on DC was what they were doing with Joker at that time. Because at that time, I wouldn't say I was against DC or anything. I just wasn't reading. I was more at that time like more into Marvel at that time, but it was I want to say like a 3 year thing where I was just picking up DC where I wasn't really reading it, and that's what got me into like, man, why is Joker's face off kind of thing. I don't know. That's I can show. I got a ton of other comics. I got reviews coming. I'm doing the whole Night Terror thing. Everybody's been asking
Oh,
for that, so I've been trying to span it off into weeks or whatever the weeks it drops. I
There
got
are
three.
some amazing covers for that Night Terror series.
Mhm.
yes,
It's
there is.
wonderful.
And as an event goes, it's been fantastic because it actually, it's like
Yeah.
one of the first events I can remember where they're actually tying it into the main continuity. There's a reason why it's happening,
Yeah.
like all the nightmares and everything. I think it's like in the third issue, you kind of find out like why he's so adamant on going through the nightmares and stuff like that. I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's kind of interesting. I think when it started, there was a few speculators that really didn't give it much credit, but it actually has turned out to be phenomenal. Well, fantastic.
And honestly, some of the reads that I thought were going to be boring, like Batman, I'm a huge Batman fan, and it's like in and out. Like how could they? I kind of know his nightmare. It's like certain characters you're so attached to, you can imagine their nightmare, and then you read it, and it's like they give you something else. Like Joker. Joker was honestly pretty.
Yeah.
Everybody kind of knew it was going to be like, oh, he's going to be living this normal life, but it didn't. It was kind of like that, but with a twist. So I kind of like what they did.
Yeah, that one's cool.
Ravager surprised me. I really enjoyed it.
That was one I missed because I was gonna do a thing where I was only picking up like because I'm trying to cut back my comic haul. I went from like 100 where I'm trying to stay under 50, and I've kind of stayed there. I've been skating the line, but a lot of it was because I cut a lot of Marvel. But Marvel wasn't the only cuts. I cut indies, some DC. So I decided like when I went into this, I'll just pick up the characters that I'm reading, the characters that I'm really into. But then I started reading and I'm like, fuck, I should have went back and like, I should have grabbed because the only two I've missed so far is Ravager and Poison Ivy. And I haven't been current with Poison Ivy and Ravager. I mean, she's kind of not been around for like 2 years. So I was like, I could do without those stories. But now that I'm reading everything is kind of like tied in and stuff, and now I feel like I'm missing a big part of this. Well, not a big part, but a piece of the story, so to say.
That's cool. Well, I brought it up. I'm gonna shout out E-Man's World of Geek. What's up, brother? He said he's just saying hi. I won't be able to stay long. I have dinner plans. Foodie Land calls us to, so time to get fat on delicious and overpriced food stands. Yeah, I got a few things I'm gonna show off.
Show us.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see it.
So we're going to start with the new Comic Book Day pickups, which is short. It's just 6 books, and I actually really drastically cut my pull list down too. And what I did was I went through my list and I was like, okay, are these books I want to collect in single issues, or would I be happy with buying them in trade? And by doing that, when I reduced the list, all my Marvel and DC officially went to trade. So I mean. And when I say all my Marvel, I was only collecting Amazing Spider-Man, and Daredevil. So I mean,
But you
I
know,
was
on
gonna
some
catch.
levels, that's kind of good because you know you buying. I mean, it's like I'm buying a ton of single issues, and at the end of the year, it's like I go back and what series do I really want in my PC? Which were physically good? What stayed in continuity? All those, you know. But it's like I look back and I'm like, man, I could have had that in a trade, or I could have had that. You know, I didn't. I don't need. I don't know. So it could work out, you know. And then plus that, I
So,
love word of mouth.
oh yeah.
Sorry, Tim.
So of course, the first book I got, the only book for Marvel, I believe it's the only one for Marvel, is the annual. I haven't read.
I wish
I
I
haven't
would have
read any of
grabbed
these
that
yet.
now.
Well, I haven't read
This is
any of
this.
these yet, and I'm trying to remember who it was, but I'd seen somebody say that they didn't care for it, but got the new Spawn. I need the Scorch cover, connecting cover to have all of them. I have the Scorched issue, but it just wasn't this cover. And then showing some Conan love, I got this
Yeah, dude, that one's
retro
cool.
homage.
I like that one
And
a lot.
I don't know who did these covers, but I got this one as well. This one really spoke to me. Well, I'm trying to get out of the glare. There we go. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I can see it.
Honestly, I
And
didn't know Conan was dropping. No one was talking about it, or
I'll probably end up ordering that art germ that Scotty showed off. Okay, the
That's
next
cool.
one is thanks to Scotty. He posted this, and I went, "Damn, I didn't even know this was coming out." So I got me a foily copy of Omega Men.
Man, I'm loving these foil facsimiles
Nice.
so much.
And while I was at my LCS, I went through. They got a little box of like books that, that came out for the last few weeks, and I missed it when it come out, and I seen it, grabbed it, and this was that Starfire.
Ooh, I went back and
foil.
picked that up.
That's so pretty.
I did
that
not
Oh,
get
hell,
foiled.
As soon as I grabbed this thing, as soon as I seen it, I was like, "Yep, I grabbed it."
I
Yeah.
think I grabbed both on that one because you can see the art better on the regular version. They're both beautiful.
That's actually
So
top
that-
on my reading column.
So that was the new comic book day pickups. Now I got a
Yeah.
couple AOK. I got a couple AOKs. One of them's
Yes.
from a gentleman that's in this panel, and we're gonna start with him first. My brother Scott. Yeah. So this started out as a trade, and Scott can correct me if I'm wrong, but
Yep.
Scott was looking for a Spider-Man 7 Ramos spoiler variant, and I got that book, and I got the Doc Ock Alex Ross. I think it was Doc Ock Alex Ross cover, and I ended up getting a second print in Boxed Heroes box. And I honestly, I didn't go looking for the character. And the only reason why I got it in my file was because if you had that book in your file, my LCS automatically ordered that cover for you. So that's how I got it.
That's pretty
So
cool.
we did some wheeling and dealing, and it started out as a trade, and then he sent me some extra stuff for an AOK. So I got Scott. It took me forever to really find the image to this She-Hulk pin, but I finally got it.
Oh yeah.
And then Scotty showed off this Red Skull figure, and I made a comment, "Hey, I need one of those for my Captain America. He needs his arch enemy."
There you go.
All right. Okay, let's see if I get this right. Okay, now the first ones I'm going to show off are the books that Scott threw in, and a few of them were books that he knew I was looking for, but I didn't get a chance to get them.
Yep.
And this is that DC manga.
Yep.
And a 25th anniversary border cover. When I seen it, I thought I had it, but I didn't. And
Yes,
Peter
glad
Parker,
you didn't
the
have it,
Spectacular
man.
Spider-Man number. Dude, it wouldn't have mattered if I'd have had it or not. I still would have kept it.
I was hoping you didn't have that one.
Then he got me the full Ultimate Invasion 1, and I got a lot right here. It's playing hell with this thing. So anyway,
Yeah, foils are a nightmare to shoot. They just are.
Yeah.
and the Hulk
No.
181 full,
Yes.
and
I
then
grabbed the red.
oh yeah,
Hope you liked
oh
them,
yeah,
man. Hope you liked them.
this
That
was-
was my birthday
this-
present to you.
and these were these are some other ones he threw in. The Texas, he knows I love horror. He knows I don't have a lot of horror comics. Creep Show with the Spawn cover. That was this one was really awesome.
I missed
And
that.
the rest of these are part of the trade. You got Nightmare on Elm Street 2 with this really awesome Freddy cover.
Oh, awesome.
And issue 8, I love that one.
Mm.
This one for me was the highlight. I have the Freddy versus Jason versus Ash trades. And I've been trying to track down the single issues, and they are expensive to buy in a set.
They are really pricey.
He got me issue 1 of the first series.
Oh,
J. Scott
Nice work.
Campbell.
And that is pretty freaking awesome. And thank you, Scott, for hooking me up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
that's
Happy late birthday.
That
Plus
was pretty,
A-OK.
I was going to say that was pretty effing awesome. And the second one, the second AOK I got in is from E-Man's World of Geek. And he sent me something. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's mostly Void Rivals. But
Yes.
he sent me one book. He said, the last book I'm going to show, he said he won it in a giveaway, and he knew I was a fan, so he sent it to me. But anyway, we're going to get to the Void Rivals first. At one point in time, for opening this box, I had 0 copies of Void Rivals #1. Now I have 4. So
Yes.
we,
Awesome, man.
we got cover A.
Yes. Gotta have
We've
cover
got
A.
this cover B. I hate glare. We got
is true.
this. When I did the unboxing video, I didn't know the significance of any of these, and this is a 1 in 10 incentive. There we go.
Awesome. I like that.
Yeah, I like that.
And then a blank sketch.
Oh man, I love that blank, dude.
Can't go wrong with the
And-
blank.
I'm going to try to track down the Jetfire second prints. Okay, he
Yeah,
says
what's
Void Rivals 1 in 10 cover is from Matteo Scalera. And
Very nice.
the other one he sent in is a nice foily Transformers Generation 1 Volume
Oh,
2
that's a
issue
classic.
1
Yes.
with Megatron,
Love
and
it.
it's a wraparound cover.
Hmm.
So, E-Man, thank you for the pickup or the
Very
AOK.
cool.
Scott,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah,
DVH told me I've got some stuff coming, and it hadn't got
Yeah.
here yet.
No, it'll turn up soon.
And I know Brian's got something coming, and so whenever I get those, I'll show them off. And yeah,
Did
and
you
I'm
hear-
I'm always happy to rep somebody's merch, especially one of our YouTube family members.
Heck yeah.
Did you see the first issue of Transformers? That's gonna have a 1 in 100 blank sketch variant, which means
Wow.
it's gonna cost a fortune to get a blank
I did see that.
sketch variant. That's a nightmare.
$50. $50 for a sketch variant.
Just,
Jeez.
Yep.
Just a blank cover. That's crazy. That'll be a first, I think.
I legit want one,
Yeah.
but I'm not paying that for it. Like it's
No.
I looked that up.
Happen.
I think it's literally going to be a first at that price point for a blank. I think it'll be the highest like MSRP drop on a blank cover.
No doubt. No doubt.
I was going to say, what was Bueller's rule about that? About the variant covers? It's got to be cover priced or just a little bit above or something like that.
Yeah.
He
I
used to
think
have a
that's what
thing
he would
about that.
say.
Oh,
Yeah.
he
I
also
see.
said he also said one cover is all you need.
Yeah, true.
I don't know about all that.
As he
Sometimes.
talked about every Dynamite cover.
Mhm.
Yeah, as he talked about every time.
Yeah, doesn't he promote Dynamite now?
Yes. Yes. So I mean, you know,
The king of variant covers.
But
yes.
I am going to point out one book that I did go looking for because I didn't know if it came out last week or this week is the Red Sonja, and I believe it's cover A. It's the what was it? I don't even remember who did it, but it's got her doing this with her sword. It's a really nice cover.
Is
And
it
my
Gorilla?
LCS, it may have been.
Talking
but My,
about
My LCS acted like they didn't even know if it came out yet. That's it. That's the
That
book.
one,
Oh yeah,
I can tell you, it's Shannon Mare.
Shannon Mare.
Ooh,
Shannon
Shannon
Mare,
Mare.
cover A.
That is a beautiful cover.
I haven't read it yet, but it was high on my list. Like just for the art alone, all the covers.
Mhm.
I think I want to say like cover A through E were all phenomenal artists. They went, it's. I think they've been doing that lately with Conan, Red Sonja, that kind of stuff. They've been going hardcore, like trying to make appease the fans, kind of thing.
Shannon Mere's a
Well,
badass artist too. He did a lot of cool covers for Cult of Dracula.
E-Man says, well, guess what? I'm going to be getting next. Peter Cullen is going to be in San Francisco later this year. I may need to get that cover so he can sign it.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, that'll make it be even more astronomical.
Hey Tony, bro, I'm gonna have to jump off here, man.
All right, brother. Well,
But
appreciate you hanging out. And got
yeah,
anything
man,
else you want to say before you leave, or?
Nah, dude, I just wanted to jump on here and hang out for as long as I could, but I'll be back next Saturday to hang out as usual. I'll see you guys later.
Have a good
All
one,
right,
bud.
brother. You have
Bye,
a good one,
Scotty.
buddy. So I really don't have nothing else to talk about. I said in the chats if they had any questions for me, I would answer them. I'm not going to volunteer anybody else. I'll just volunteer mine. If somebody's got any questions they want to ask me, within reason.
See anything new this week?
No.
Yeah, they dropped a new DC animated movie. What was it, War World or whatever?
Oh yeah, I
Oh,
saw that
really?
last week. Yeah,
It was okay.
yeah, I
It was-
enjoyed it quite a bit. I didn't know anything about it going in, so
I knew a little bit.
I
I want to say
sort
the
of-
only thing for me was Mongol. Like I kind of wanted him to look a lot more like the comics, and they kind of went with this
yeah.
like sleek version of him.
yeah.
It wasn't bad, he was like the same Mongol. It just he looked different, and I was like, man, why didn't they go like the regular? Maybe because he looks a lot like Darkseid, but I don't know, maybe it kind of gave him more of like a Brainiac feel.
Yeah.
I know next Sunday, not this Sunday, but next Sunday, over here in Jonesboro, close to me, the cinema there is doing a 50th anniversary showing of Enter the Dragon.
Oh, nice.
So I'm probably gonna go watch it on the big screen.
Yeah, that'd be great to see in the big screen. Yeah, for sure.
And I know when I looked at the itinerary for the next few months, they're doing that. They're going to do They Live, Christine, and then in November they're doing Scarface.
Nice.
But I was like, I want to go see Bruce.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
sure.
especially on the big screen. Hey, Rich. Bye, Gary.
Have a good night, Gary.
Did either of you see the Dave Stevens documentary on Amazon?
No, but
It's
I've heard a
really
lot
good.
of people. Yeah, I've
Yeah.
heard that it's really good.
If you've got Amazon Prime, it's free, like Amazon Instant. It's well worth a watch.
Well,
Yeah, I think it was a Kickstarter originally. I'm really annoyed I didn't know about it because I'd love to get it on Blu-ray because it's good enough for
Yeah,
one
you
to
probably
keep.
will, especially if it's on Amazon. They'll release a physical version of it. You just gotta wait.
Well, there was a Kickstarter exclusive Blu-ray, and I don't know whether that means that there just won't be another repressing of it. We'll wait and see, I guess. But yeah, it's really, really in depth. They talked to loads of people, and I didn't know anything about him at all beforehand, other than that he did The Rocketeer. Like that was the whole
That's about
sum
all I know.
of my knowledge. Yeah,
Yeah, it's about all I know from Dan Stevens.
he's super interesting. The sort of his process, he was very, I don't want to say anal, but I mean he took a long time to do art that would normally not take so long
Not
for a
take
lot of
that long.
artists, because he was such a perfectionist. He used to go over and over and over the stuff. And that's why he sort of fell out of comics at one point. I don't want to ruin the whole documentary or anything, but I do highly recommend it. It's really interesting. It's definitely not for kids. Like there's a lot of nudity and stuff like that. It's quite mature, but absolutely watch it. Very
I love
cool.
all that stuff. Beckerman was the one because I have like I'll be honest, I have like very little knowledge about anything that goes on in the background besides what I might hear in passing. But as far as like, I want to say going past before 2000, I don't know a lot of, the background stories about, why this person left or,
Yeah.
I don't even think I really paid attention to who was writing the stories unless I came across something that was just amazing. And I was like, who wrote that? But, it wasn't until I got on YouTube until I started getting into the, letterers and colorists and editors and
Yeah.
stuff like that. But Beckerman, man, he sent me on a route like, through different YouTubers, like, hearing different stories about, Dan Jurgens or Steve Ditko or, stuff like that. Like, and some of them are really interesting, like John Byrne, man. You talk about some weirdos or like just people that had that like perfectionism, like, to the T. I think one of the weirdest I heard was the guy who wrote Dick Tracy. I can't remember his name, but his whole ideology that he moved and put into Dick Tracy, like I think it's cool that he stood by that, but not, I mean, it's just a weird ideology to have, especially when the world was changing at that time. I don't know. It's interesting.
Wow, that's cool. I'm gonna point out my buddy Chris from Chaos Nation. He said I didn't know there was a Texas Chainsaw comic. You know me, good to know. Yes, he loves horror. He's got a Facebook group called Welcome to the Horror Show. He's got a YouTube channel the same. And
Yes.
Chris, they made, I believe, Wildstorm made Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday
Yeah.
13th.
They're not
and there's
cheap either. They're pretty
No.
No,
hard
they're
to
not
find.
cheap.
Anything
If I'm
horror
not
related. And
Now, didn't all those have low print runs too? I believe
Yeah,
Scott
that's
said
it.
that
Yeah.
before.
yes. And not only
I
that, they
would,
don't just have one series. On most of those, like the Freddy, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Halloween, they have a lot of series. They went hardcore in it.
I would actually love to get. There is a Friday 13th series. It's only 2 issues called Pamela's Tale, and it's like a prequel that she tells her story of growing up with, being pregnant with Jason. And what's interesting, spoiler alert, the story ends right when she's getting out of the Jeep to meet Alice in the movie, and you find out she's
Oh,
telling
cool.
this story to Annie, who's sitting in the passenger seat dead. So I mean,
Yeah, that's a nice twist. I like it.
Yeah.
yeah,
But they do have a ton of horror comics, and then it's like it's
Yeah.
because they're like very low print runs, but they're like, you talk about something that's obscure within the comic book community that you don't see them that often, and when you do, it's something to highlight because they're all high dollar books.
Yeah,
I
I've got a
realized they got.
handful of them, but I've never seen them in the wild other than when they were on shelves.
Yeah.
I didn't realize there
So
was Puppet Master comics. So I mean,
yeah.
Full Moon dropped a
I
bunch of those. Like,
I love Puppet Master.
Oh yeah, Puppet Master's great,
well,
especially
they
the
got
first one. The first one's awesome.
I love
the first one,
Puppet
the
Master.
latest one.
What number
Have
are
y'all
they
seen
on
the
now?
newest one?
No, I haven't
I've
seen
got
the newest one. I should.
I've got
They
the
stopped
first
putting
9.
numbers. Now it's just like sub names. I think it's like 8 or 9 films. I think
I
to
honestly
make up
don't
the
know.
whole.
There's a lot. Yeah.
I bought a 9 DVD set at the dollar store like a few years ago.
Oh,
But,
nice.
and I always loved Subspecies. And what I loved about it's like a vampire story, and I believe the first one was filmed in Romania, and it's got the guy. His name is Andreas Hove or something. And what made me watch it was at the time I used to have to watch soap operas at my grandma's, and she watched General Hospital, and he played Faison in General Hospital. So
is it quite soap opera-y? Like I'm sure I've got Subspecies, and
I don't think it is, but
I think I seem to remember it was quite sort of cheesy, not comedy, like cheesy romancy rather than horror.
it is a little.
Or am I missing it up with something else? Because
It's a little. It's a little romantic. It's got a little horror. It's a B-rate
right.
B movie.
So maybe it is that one. Yeah,
I don't remember Subspecies.
it's been a long time.
I think they made 5 of them, but I've only got 3. The first 3.
Man. when I think of Full Moon, it's like Prehistoria is one of them because I was a kid during that time, during the 80s or whatever. So, and I
Yeah.
did get to see like Puppet Master and stuff like that. But I think it was because it was done in claymation. It was a horror movie. I remember seeing it on VHS when it released, and I want to say it has a rated R, rating. And I mean, depending on what year it came out, I was probably a kid when I saw Puppet Master. But I think that's why
Yeah.
because it was like puppets and. I don't
Puppet
think
Master
Yeah.
was 100% R-rated. I mean, there's
Oh, yeah.
like
Yeah, there's some
nasty scenes. That scene in the lift, for instance, is
Oh yeah.
not for kids.
they had some good movies like Robot Jocks or
Oh yeah, Robot Jocks. Yeah, I haven't seen
Man,
that in years. I saw
man,
that when I was about 11. In a
Yeah, I
double
wanna say I
bill.
was-
It was a double bill with Robot Jocks and Child's Play 3. And I saw it was a friend's birthday party when I was 11. Crazy. Like his parents really didn't care, and my parents didn't know about it, so it was fine.
80s was some good times, man.
I was gonna say I remember. I don't know if it was Full Moon or not, but I remember there was Doll Man and Demonic Toys.
Yeah,
And
I think
they
that was
actually did
Full Moon, Demonic Toys.
they actually did a Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys movie.
Yeah.
they did.
That's how I remember it. Was that I think that's like part 3 or part 4 in the Puppet Master series.
I honestly don't know.
Yeah, don't quote me.
Don't
I
know. Of course, if they're gonna make some comics for a horror series, a horror franchise, I would be. And if they've already done it, somebody tell me. And that is Phantasm. I love Phantasm.
I mean,
Not
you would
positive.
think that they would have done it.
Yeah, without
but I-
checking, I'm not positive.
I
But
don't
I do love
know.
Phantasm,
Oh yeah,
especially
I love
the first one.
Yeah, the
I
first
loved all
one's ace.
5 movies, but yeah, the first one, man.
I bought the remastered, when it came out, and you talk about, man,
Yeah.
like a remastered version that they did a good job on, man. The Phantasm is a great film.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always wanted that car and that shotgun. I mean,
This one, his little drone or whatever the hell that thing is.
and
Yeah.
I
Just
always
looks-
loved the tall man, and I'm trying to Angus Scrim. That was his name. I loved him in that role.
Yeah, he was great. Really,
He was
really
creepy.
great.
And I know later on when I was watching Alias, he showed up in a couple episodes of Alias, and I was like, wow. He was like he was a guy. He was like he worked for SD6, and he was ferreting out the see if there was any traitors or any if anybody was not actually loyal, and he was the one that hooked him up to a lie detector test, which was pretty interesting. Yeah, he did die before Ravager come out. I honestly believe, and this is just my mistake or my opinion, is I think when he died, they went ahead and released it in honor of him. But I may be wrong. You never know.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, I would think so.
Probably.
Was there an issue with filming Ravager at any point? I can't remember.
I don't know.
Hmm,
I know it was
yeah.
it was shelved. It was shelved at one point. Nobody knew if it was coming out. And I
Right.
remember he passed away, and then all of a sudden they said, "Hey, we're bringing it out." And
Probably then that was the impetus, capitalize on the death and that, which is not above a studio to do at all. Like, they,
Yeah,
they're all about making money, aren't they? Like,
oh yeah. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Phantasm. I'd love to see some comics done, and maybe Warlock. Maybe some of the earlier the Julian Sands Warlock movies. I don't know. Maybe I'm just throwing something out there.
No, it's a good idea. That's actually a great question. If you could take any horror movie and turn it into a comic, what would your pick be? And I'm a huge horror fan, but I'm sitting here thinking like, man, what would transition into like a good comic? Like what stories could continue? I think the top one for me would be The Thing. And there
Oh, yeah.
have been continuations of The Thing. Like I played the game, I loved it.
yeah.
Like I've seen the reboot / remake. I don't even know what it's considered. But I think that story right there would be, man, you talk about a great comic, and I'm pretty sure they've done a comic before.
Oh yeah, there is definitely a comic. It was Dark Horse. I've got some issues of it. That is a good idea, though. You could do ongoing stuff. That would be great. Something like the Thing.
Welcome, Comic Cap. How you doing?
Hey, Rich.
What's up, guys? How are you, man?
Not much. Just talking about horror and comics.
Good.
What would your be, DBH, if you could think of a? Oh, sorry.
I'd love to see more werewolf stuff. So, like maybe a continuation of Werewolf in London or The Howling. The Howling actually would make more sense because there's more of a sort of like a bunch of plots that you could spin from with The Howling, because they're quite wacky movies, especially after like the first one makes a lot of sense.
But the
second one, like, so you could play around with a lot of that kind of stuff. That'd be fun. Yeah.
Chris says Reanimator.
I had YouTube open and StreamYard at the same time, so I was getting like a delay.
The echo. Yeah.
But Reanimator would be a good one, Chris.
I'm pretty sure there is a Reanimator book.
And I think they've done that recently, because I think they just did Reanimator versus Ash from The Evil Dead. I think so. I think that was this past year.
That was definitely a book. I remember seeing it. Reanimator doesn't get talked enough.
I like Reanimator.
Like, it's a great movie, and they're all really good as well. They're all three of them are great.
Did they ever do an Exorcist comic? That'd be pretty.
That's a good question. I don't know if they have or not.
Ooh.
I mean, the first Exorcist scared the heck out of me when I was a kid, man. I was
hells yeah,
afraid to go to sleep.
Not me, because I didn't grow up in a religious household, but it's still a great film. You know, it's still like I still appreciate the story that's behind it and stuff like that. But honestly, for me, that series, once you get further in the story, I like some of the sequels, like Dominion, and
the third one is amazing. The third one is super underrated movie.
I think there's some good storytelling in that. Given to the right people.
There was the one with like Egypt or something. I don't know which one that one. That was pretty good.
That's the one I'm talking about. I think it was Dominion.
That was a good one.
That was good. There was a couple scenes that actually got me. I think there's a scene where like they go look at a well when they're going to find the church that's under the well in Egypt or whatever. And there's like a little boy that goes up to the well and he gets like eaten by a hyena that jumps out. And I was like, oh God, that scene actually got me. I was like, yeah. What about you,
Rich?
Tom?
How you doing? I'm sitting here thinking, but nothing's really coming to mind right now. I'm sure I'll come up with something, but
I'm good, man. I'm just taking a break because I don't know if anybody's into boxing, but the Jake Paul Nate Diaz fight is on later today, so they're in intermission between the prelims and not the main event, but the main card. So that'll be starting up shortly.
I'm not
a big boxing guy.
I don't do any kind of sports. I frequent. I'll do wrestling depending on the storylines that they'll. It'll bring me back in, or say somebody comes back and it'll bring me back in. But I think for me, wrestling is as close as I'll touch sports or sports related stuff.
Yeah, boxing and comic books don't really mix, but
Chris says he'd love to see a new Spawn film. Dude, it's coming. It's supposed to be coming.
Yeah, they're trying.
I've been hearing that for like a couple
they're
years.
Trying.
Yeah, they're trying. Todd wants it, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But you talk about a movie that has changed from. I want to say in the past 4 years, I think I've heard 3 different script talks about what the movie was going to be about. And I'm so glad they moved away from the first concept, because the first concept was going to be a movie where it only featured Sam and Twitch, and Spawn was going to be lightly sprinkled in the background as a villain. And I was like, how the hell does that work? I was like, no.
Idea. Yeah.
He was talking about getting Leonardo DiCaprio for Twitch, and I was like, what? No.
Well, they used John Leguizamo in the original, and I didn't think that was going to work, but it actually was all right. Yeah. So
I love him as Violator.
Yep.
The clown. He was a big selling point of them. That's the comic book movie that I think doesn't get enough praise. But I mean, for that time, I thought it was an excellent film.
I love it. It has 2 problems. Well, no, it has 3 problems. Obviously, the CG is very ropey.
Mm-hmm. It hasn't aged well.
Yeah, it really hasn't. it's also that the theatrical cut of the film was pretty bad. Like if you watch the director's cut, it's a much better, well-formed film. And when they do that with the theatrical cut, it really hurts a movie because that's when people first see the film. Like you want a good first impression. So that's where a lot of that negativity, I think, comes from. And the other thing is, what's his name? Martin Sheen.
Yeah.
Plays. He's terrible in that movie.
Yeah, he's like the
is.
one part of the movie I could have gotten rid of. You know, I could have taken any other actor.
It's like he just couldn't be bothered. Like it's one of the worst performances I've ever seen. Which doesn't help.
And no marks against Martin Sheen, but yeah, you could tell he was not in that role. Like he just either took it for money or just to do something. I don't know. Yeah, but you're talking about such a big level actor, and that should have been like the easiest role to pull off. Like
exactly, like, it doesn't make any sense why. Like it's basically he made it worse intentionally, almost like by not showing up.
Because you go back,
I only watched it earlier this year, and it is a genuinely like it's a pretty decent 90s superhero movie in the director's cut. Again, I might add.
I was gonna say I remember seeing it in the movies. I thought it was like early 2000s, but I think you were right. I think it was late 90s.
97.
At the time, it was.
97.
The cinema. Yeah, it was
before the first Spider-Man movie.
Yeah. Because Blade,
that, I mean, it was
before
pretty
X-Men
good for the time.
Yeah, Blade was technically first, and then X-Men was 2000, and that's what started that whole the superhero movie craze. No, there was some great films at the time, like Spawn, The Crow. You know, I mean, even everybody forgets that it is a
superhero.
superhero.
Excellent. Yeah, it's a tremendous movie.
And I'm a fan of the sequels. Like I just like that whole story that something bad happens in real life. A crow comes around and gives that guy a second chance to get some revenge. You know, I can dig that.
I think I saw the second one once when I was a kid, but
I saw it once too. Right? It was okay.
I like City of Angels a little more, but it's more because they focus more on the crow and his powers and stuff like that. And I kind of like the backstory a little better. It's the father and the son. It's not like a love couple. But I mean, the first one, Brandon Lee.
Yeah, all day. He's great.
I think where it gets weird is like the third movie was horrible, and then. I don't know the later because I think there's 5 now.
Who's the crow in each film?
Alex
Perez
was the second crow after Brandon Lee. I don't know how you say his Perez.
I thought it was the guy from the kid from American History X.
Eddie Furlong.
Wasn't it Edward Furlong?
No.
He's one of them, and he's I think in the 4th film. I think so.
Oh,
he's the 4th.
And then there was the guy that played Angel, David, blah,
blah,
blah.
He did it as well.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I'm
going to look it up now because I have to see that now. That's
as I remember it, I think that was the better one. Like, I want to say the one with Eddie Furlong was kind of boring. And then there was one with a girl. It was like the first 2 main ones. Then they did one with the girl. And then they did the Eddie Furlong and then the David. And blah, 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 blah. I don't know. I'm horrible with names, but the guy that played Angel on Buffy.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the soundtrack to City of Angels. Both soundtracks from The Crow and The Crow City of Angels are 2 of my favorite soundtracks of all time.
They are very good.
I mean, you got The Cure on the first soundtrack. Come on, you got Burned.
They definitely spent a bit of money on that.
So I think I'm getting like this next couple all mixed up. But I thought Ed Furlong was 2, but now you're saying City of Angels, and that makes sense. That was next.
The second one was an actual theatrical release, and then I think the next 3 past that were all like straight to DVD, and like I think the last 2 they were so low budget they weren't even brought up.
Okay, so Stairway to Heaven was
a TV show
series, right? I think I saw some of that.
I watched a lot of that.
Mark Dacascos.
Yeah, it was the guy from Brotherhood of the Wolf, and
Yeah, I like Mark Dacascos quite a bit.
yeah, he's a great actor. From John Wick too.
Yeah,
I'm gonna drop off again, guys. I'll get back up to watching
All right, man.
boxing. But I wanted to say hello. So hello, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Good to see you,
Hey,
Dr. Von Hoot. Nice to see
Cheers,
you
bud.
face to face. Mike, always pleasure. I'll see you guys.
Thanks,
Bye.
man.
Okay, I got a good question, but I have no problem with it being just me and you. But what happened to Tony? Okay. Hey, speaking of devil.
Dude, y'all, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, we can hear you. You disappeared for a day.
Well, dude, my mobile hotspot is dying, so I'm probably fixing to have to end this because I don't have live internet. But yeah, it literally died, and I don't know how much more time I'm going to have. And I just disappeared, and I was trying to get back on, and I was like, "Holy shit!"
Okay, mate.
Yeah.
We'll see
I'm
you
going to
later
end
on.
this, and thanks for everybody for hanging out. Thanks, Rich, for hanging out, and hopefully we'll have an episode next week.
Well, thanks
All
for
right,
having
brother.
me.
Hey, no problem, man. You can join anytime. And
That was
till
a lot
next
of fun.
time. Till next time. Well, I don't have a clever, catchy pen, so I'll just say next time. I'll see you later.
I just say bye.
Later.
Bah.